About a year ago, eufyMake sent me this E1 UV printer, and it's honestly changed completely how I do my business. I went from mostly making pretty boring laser engraved products to things that are printed with full color using my own custom designs. But after a year of real use on many customer projects and even a few personal projects, of course, I wanted to reflect on the actual value that the eufyMake E1 has provided just to see if it's actually worth buying. So let's talk about the good, the bad, and the things I had to fix to make the E1 even better. Now, I've been getting a lot of questions about the long-term durability of the eufyMake E1 from people wondering if they should buy one for a hobby or a small business application. Now, since I've had my eufyMake E1 diligently printing in my shop for about a year, I think I'm a pretty good person to answer some of these questions. So let me recap what my printer's been doing for the last while. While it hasn't been running 24/7, it's certainly not been sitting idle on a shelf. Overall, I probably use my E1 more than most people will. I've used it on at least 60 paying customer projects, and it has mostly performed flawlessly. I've printed logos on tons of golf balls, made commercial signs, sold countless phone cases and other things. I've even printed keycaps for a project that's used by hundreds of people. So the eufyMake E1 definitely has become a crucial tool, if not the most crucial tool in my shop over the last 12 months, and I've quite enjoyed it. And that's important because in a long-term test, you're going to reveal more things that you just won't see in a first impressions video, and I'll show you some of what I learned over the last while. Before the E1 arrived in my shop, my business was pretty heavily laser and CNC focused, which if you're a maker, you know can get pretty repetitive and boring. I did lots of wood and acrylic signage, engraved a bunch of tumblers, even made quite a few coasters. And if you watch my channel on a regular basis, you'll know how boring I think making coasters are. The eufyMake E1 opened up a completely different category of work and allowed me to greatly expand the capabilities I was able to offer to customers in my business. Now I'm making lots of new products that I couldn't make before, like full color stickers, textured phone cases, which are both very popular and certainly high profit margin. I've made many colored challenge coins, even a few that are being used in upcoming movies as props. Recently, I've also started making custom keycaps, which realistically can only be done with a UV printer like the E1. And honestly, these types of products stand out way more than a typical laser job. If you're trying to escape the commodity product trap that you know is common with laser engravers, then you're going to discover that UV printing, either on its own or in conjunction with laser engraving and cutting, is a big step in the right direction. UV printed items just feel more premium, and there's nothing like the texture and color that you can get to draw in a crowd, especially at a place like a craft market that's flooded with, the typical laser engraving crafts. So it should be pretty clear that I think the eufyMake E1 was a great add to my workshop, and it clearly has provided measurable value to my business. But after using it for a while, I noticed a couple of things that had become pretty obvious to me. And while the E1 is certainly amazing, it's not quite perfect. So I was forced to make a couple of enhancements over the past year, and I'll talk about them here. The first thing you're going to notice if you've used an E1 is that the sticky mats on the plates, they're going to lose their stick fairly quickly, or they're going to become corrupted with ink, especially if you're printing textured prints. eufyMake considers these mats consumable, and they really aren't cost prohibitive, but expenses add up, especially if you're trying to make a little money with your E1 in a small business. So a while back, I designed some molds and I made myself some silicone rubber mats. And at the same time, I integrated a jig system into those to make alignment of objects easier. Now that the E1 has been out for a while, there are, of course, several companies trying to make and sell these similar mats, but I like to control my own destiny as far as being able to create my own jigs. And I have a growing collection of these that can be placed in the holes on the rubber mat anywhere. So far, I've designed jigs for the obvious things, square corners, straight edges, etc. But I've also made jigs for specialty items like those keycaps I showed you, as well as for challenge coins, golf balls, even hockey pucks. All of these jig parts are designed to be stacked together with accurate separation distances so I can make a single item or an entire bed full of items depending on my needs. Basically, for anything I'm ever going to make more than one of, I'll quickly design a jig, add it to my collection so that I can save future Steve a whole bunch of time. The second big change I made to the E1 was its exhaust system. Specifically, I added one because the ink smell was getting to me quite a bit. Now, I designed and 3D printed a simple duct that plugs into the E1 in the front where the existing carbon filter is located. It installs in seconds and lets me vent the printer outside rather than out into the air of my shop. Now, as a result, I've noticed that I've eliminated the scratchy throat that I was getting and the occasional headache that I was suffering as a result of the ink fumes. Now, just so you all know, eufyMake claims to be making one of these ducts on their own as well, and it should be released soon, so stand by for some upcoming details when I know more. In the end, my simple changes made a huge usability improvement for me in my daily work, especially during longer print sessions. Now, these changes also had the side effect of reducing my running costs on the E1 because I'm no longer required to buy eufyMake sticky plates, nor do I use carbon filters anymore. And for full disclosure, I did discuss both of these changes with eufyMake, and here's what they said. Seeing users like you create silicone mats and custom jigs is exactly what we hope for. We intentionally left room in the ecosystem for user creativity as we believe the community can often come up with the most practical life improvement tools. And this leads to what's kind of a theme for the eufyMake E1. Out of the box, it's a great printer, but it's friendly to improvements when you need them, and with a few small tweaks, it becomes a whole lot better for your specific situation. Okay, putting my own enhancements to the side here for a second, let me talk about the things that I've grown to love about this eufyMake E1 over the last year. The first and easily my most favorite feature is textured printing. Now, this isn't just color on a surface. It's not like paint. You can actually build up layers, and they can be several millimeters thick, and this gives the print some real depth. Notice this lighthouse image I put on a fridge magnet. The rocks actually are textured and look and feel like real rock. To make items like this, you don't really have to do too much. eufyMake Studio does really all the heavy lifting here, and all that's really required is for you to indicate how thick the texture needs to be. The results use relatively little ink except for the white, and the final product looks amazing, and it's perfect for selling at weekend craft markets or any tourist center you can get your products into. The second thing I love about this E1 is its versatility. You're not stuck to work with one or two types of material like you would be with some lasers, and you're never going to get cornered into making one type of product all the time. The E1 can print on almost any surface, and whether you're printing flat items, small parts, or weird shapes, you're never really going to have to think too much about the process. Next on my list of favorite things about this E1 is the optional rotary, which is by far the best rotary I've ever seen on any tool. It opens up entirely new realms for anything cylindrical that you want to print on, even if it's tapered or if it has a handle. The E1 will automatically level the print surface, allowing perfect full color prints and even wraparound prints with great detail. This is definitely something I wasn't able to do before, and I've used it a few times, though printing on tumblers honestly isn't something that I do all that often. But when I do, it's really easy to do this, and it just makes my life so much better. But honestly, the best feature of this E1 isn't even the hardware. It's the creative freedom that it enables for things you couldn't do before. With a laser, you're mostly working on flat surfaces and typically engraving or cutting. With a eufyMake E1, you're actually doing more design. You're taking advantage of full color, including gradients. You get those 2.5D textures that you can actually see and feel. And you get that thick layering, which is kind of sculpturing. This positions the E1 kind of in between lasers and 3D printers. You get that ease of use of a laser, but you also get full color that you could get with some 3D printers, but it's much faster here. And these are the things that help change my business the most over the past year. The products I can make with the eufyMake E1 help me distance myself from the pack because I can make things that feel more custom than what most other makers can do. And this fits perfectly into my main business focus. Using the E1 effectively is easy, and it's quickly become an addiction for me simply because it can do things that no other tool in my shop and most other people's shops could even handle. Okay, let me be clear here. The eufyMake E1 is not perfect. There's one big downside with the E1, and I want to call it out here, and that's the ink. Now, you're probably thinking that I'm going to complain about the cost, but you'd be wrong. There's no question that eufyMake's ink is expensive at about $43 per 100 milliliter cartridge. And while that's definitely much higher than some inks you're going to find online, there's other reasons that I want to bring to light here. Now, I've heard all of the complaints about the toxicity of UV inks, and that's true for almost all of the cheaper ones you're going to find online. But here's the deal. The eufyMake ink is Green Guard Gold certified, ensuring that it's safe to use in your home or your shop without it killing you. And this is important because eufyMake controls their own ink supply for this reason. This is about more than simple print quality. This is also ensuring that the uncured inks aren't toxic or corrosive like some of the online suppliers. And eufyMake can also minimize the level of VOCs in their inks. All of this helps ensure that you aren't breathing toxins and your E1's printhead isn't being eaten away by cheap corrosive ink. I've seen videos on YouTube showing people refilling E1 cartridges, and I've considered it myself, but having understood the differences in the available ink, I would definitely not encourage anyone to do this. So what's my real complaint here? Well, very recently, eufyMake added a rather annoying feature to eufyMake Studio to unexpectedly time out what are claimed to be expired ink cartridges. Now, as a result, I have a couple of boxes of ink cartridges that I'm no longer able to use because Eufy claims that they're expired, in spite of me only receiving them about 7 months ago. Now, I had a conversation with eufyMake about this situation and how ridiculous it is to force ink expiration after such a short period of time, but I think they understand the implications. Just to be clear, I will say eufyMake, if you're listening, get rid of this dumb feature, or at the very least, give people at least a year past the expiry date. Most people will buy an extra box of ink when they get their printer, and it will easily take months sometimes to run out of a color. And by that time, it's entirely possible that the box of ink they bought as a backup is now unusable, which is a waste of $300, and I'm pretty sure most people will find that unacceptable. So that's my gripe. It's the one and only real issue I've seen, and it only happened recently with the eufyMake E1. So, after a full year of fairly aggressive use in my shop, would I still recommend this eufyMake E1? And honestly, I'd say the answer is yes. My only complaint about the ink is apparently going to be addressed later this year when eufyMake introduces a larger ink system, and that should negate the temptation to drill a hole in your empty print cartridges and refill them with cheap toxic ink. The company encourages enhancements for sure from the community, and after adding a couple of my own, the E1 is now my ideal UV printer, and it's one of the most valuable tools in my shop. It didn't replace my lasers or my CNC, but it did make everything I create a lot more interesting. So if you're thinking of adding a UV printer to your workflow, I would encourage you to check out the E1. And the good news is these printers are now in stock for immediate shipping from eufyMake. And I'll put an affiliate link in the description down below so you can check it out. And also, I'll put a coupon code down there to save you some additional money. And with that, I'll wind down. I'll say get out there, make your world, and I'll see you next time.